everybody knows that it's going to take a second. So we've started. Here we are. We've started. And now I'm going to go to my page and I'm going to start
Mm.
a watch party. So we'll
All right, all
see
right.
how
Yeah.
it works.
Wonderful.
It's going to happen in just a second.
I
I'm not sure.
Mhm.
Here we go. We don't know how this is going to go, but I'm going to see. There we are, right there.
I
I'm
see
going to
it.
go to
Yeah.
and I got to turn my sound down because when you do it, you got to turn your sound down. So when you hear the thing, Mark, when you see the thing that says share, you say you'll hit that and it'll say watch party, and then you'll do watch party, start
Share.
watch party, and that's it. And that's all you gotta do. You just start watch party, and that's it. So hey everybody, we just started, and I am so pleased today to have two of my favorite pianists ever. Like for real, for real. I have a lot of favorite pianists, but these are two people that I have worked with that really, really make me incredibly happy whenever I play with them.
Just fire.
Incredibly happy. And so, I mean, this is so you got to turn down the sound
I did my fault.
so
My fault.
I don't
You're good. Sorry about that.
ourselves. That's okay. But so I've got Mark Meadows here. He is not a DC native, but he became a DC native.
I was
So
born.
he
I was born.
basically is.
I was
You
born
were
in.
born in DC?
Sure was.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
I was born in Women's Hospital in DC. I moved to Texas when I was
Really?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
I got you. I got you.
DC true and
And
true.
then we all right, because yeah, I was like, well, wait. And then when you came and he has become like the music director extraordinaire. Like
Oh.
everybody wants him to be their music director for all of their musical stuff
And I will.
because it's
Yeah.
amazing what he's able to do, and it's fabulous. So and also my pianist Felipe
How you
Silveira
DC? That's my
from
man.
Campinas. He's he. I said he's from Sao Paulo, but he's not from Sao Paulo. He's from Campinas. It's a beautiful place. It's right outside of Sao Paulo. And
Yeah.
man, when I first met this guy, oh my God, I was like, yeah, yeah. Well, let's see what he could do. Then, my God, I was like, what in the holy hell is going on here? Wow. I just did not expect what it was that I got. So, I'm just so glad that you came and you weren't even sure if you're going to make it because what happened?
Yeah, Alison and Mark, it's just an honor to be here. I've already said it and I will say it again. You like to my heroes. You both are my heroes. I love your music so much, and it's truly an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so
And
welcome. Oh my goodness. Cause,
and yes,
cause, go ahead.
yeah. And yesterday I live in a kind of farm here, and
Mm-hmm.
yesterday we had a very hard, strong rain at night. And when I just woke up, there was only flood on the ground, and I just really worked it hard this morning, to be here. I cleaned
Oh
up
man.
everything, but it's life as it is. I I
That is
rather
true.
I rather the
That is
nature than the situation that we are passing through.
Man.
oh gosh. Man, it's like I'm expecting like the aliens to come now or or like some sort of like Godzilla to come out the
Yeah.
ocean.
Did,
I'm
did,
just
I feel like
did
God
this
you
year has been
the president.
so
did,
difficult.
yeah.
It's
Did
it's
you
not.
did you heard that there were some images of ETs or something that came from Pentagon?
Really?
Really?
Did you? Don't
See,
you?
that
Did you
fits.
knew about
That
that?
seems about
At,
right.
yeah, Brazil was very, wonderful news. Like we have official images of eating now. So
Oh
you're
my
not,
God.
you just don't know it. You already have it.
I feel like nothing is surprising anymore. Like you just anything that happens, like, yep, I'm not surprised.
Like the
Yeah.
Michael Jackson stuff right now. Are you listening to that? That Michael
Which one?
Jackson maybe he's freezing. He's freezing, yeah, and he's alive.
I,
No,
I
you know what? I saw this. I saw this video of Michael Jackson from Brazil doing They Don't Care About Us. It was ridiculous. It was
really.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah,
The
yeah,
words, that song really, like, we make fun of Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson was saying some stuff,
yeah,
especially
yeah,
that really rings true right now. Like, all we're really saying is they don't care about us. That's just the truth. Like, that's how it feels right now, that they don't, that people just don't really care. That's what's brought in America, here in the US. That's what caused all the problems, from COVID. And I mean, the same thing is going down in Brazil,
yeah,
with COVID, that's happening up here. The same daggone thing. What is wrong with people at this moment? But I have to say that I'm really pleased with seeing the response, because the response to another killing of a black man around the world has been massive.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's been massive. I mean, you all were hearing me. My daughters were just saying, "Mommy, mommy, there's a protest going down the street." I live in the suburbs of the suburbs, with birds and squirrels and foxes and all this other stuff.
I've
And
been
there's a
there.
protest going down my street.
Hmm.
That should tell you something
And
about
hearing how
what is going
excited
on.
your daughter was to be like she couldn't even contain her emotion. She was so excited to join that protest. And that's something that is
Yeah,
extremely needed. And I'm so glad to see so many young people really speaking up. And
yeah,
I mean, I feel like we didn't know that that other side was still here. I thought they left after the '60s, but it's like that same mentality is still so prevalent. It's chilling and numbing and very sobering for us all to know. People always talk about 2020 was such a crazy year already, like nothing I expected. And really, in a way, it's the clearest year we've had yet. Everybody knows what they stand for, everybody knows what is
Mm,
important right now. You
yeah,
guys are the first thing is your family. I think everybody, if you haven't figured that out yet, then you should. Like that, you got to care
yeah,
about yourself and your family. And after that, I don't know about y'all, but I've been very day to day. Let me see what's going on today, and that's how I shape what I do. When I might, in that past 3 weeks ago, I would have been shedding and trying to transcribe Felipe, but today, I'm like getting ready for this show and getting and writing music and doing things that are all for this cause that we
yeah,
didn't have
mm,
that liberty before the quarantine.
yeah, yeah.
mm, mm.
Listen,
But
I read a news, like Antonio Sanchez, the drummer.
Yeah.
mhm.
He just he just write something at the Instagram telling that Trump he just suspended the habeas corpus. Is it right? Are you knowing about it? Like the habeas
I haven't
corpus?
heard that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that. But I know that
Yeah,
he's tear gassing American citizens. Like, it's like living. It's like we're watching America, uh, just destroying itself, or we're watching it. I don't want to call it dictatorship, because we're not actually in a dictatorship, but it's the kind of
but we
performative
are.
governmental stuff that's going on over here. Is the stuff that we don't normally hear about
Yeah,
happening in the United States.
yeah,
But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with some music because we'll talk
Yeah.
way over. And I want to start
Yeah.
with just a little bit of music. I'm going to start right now. Before I start singing, I wanted to talk to you all about who it is that we're giving our 20% of our proceeds to. We're giving our proceeds to Creative Nomads that's out of Baltimore, and a Black woman runs this, and she had this program that I just really, really embraced, and it's mindfulness moms, and it's about taking women poor women who need to be given some self care,
Yeah.
learn how to teach themselves self care. And when you don't have the money, when you don't have the time, how do you do those things? So that is what we are doing right now. But the other thing is that I really want to talk about is this song that I did from my record. Um, this song, My Man's Gone Now. And it is from Porgy and Bess. And Nina Simone made it great. And I first wrote this arrangement, and it was kind of based off of me listening to Michelle Indigo cello, and it was, my man's gone now because he's a crackhead, because there was a crack epidemic. And this, then I did for my record, Mommy What's Depression, about men dying in the war. But it's the main issue with My Man's Gone Now is lynching. He's gone. And this is something that what's going on now, right now, is that Black men and women are being taken away from their families for no freaking reason. So this is My Man's Gone Now. And just so I had to practice real hard to do this because it's hard to play for me and I'm nervous. So send me love and
You
hopefully
got
I'll
this,
get
baby.
through.
You got this. You got this. I can't wait.
You're the best.
Ooh, 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 ooh. But oh, do 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 do, do 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 do. My man's gone now. Ain't no use listening for his quiet footsteps climbing up the stairs. Old man sorrow come to keep me company, whispering beside me. 'Cause my man was shot dead on the concrete desert. Yeah, yeah. There on the streets he bled to death. Oh, does anyone even care? Boo, boo, boo. Old man sorrow sit lying with me all night, by me in the bed, telling me the same thing, morning, noon, and evening, that I'm all alone now, 'cause my man was shot dead, oh, out there in the desert, there on the streets he bled to death, oh, doesn't anyone even care? No, no, he ain't here no more, 'cause he got shot in a car. Don't know nothing more, 'cause he got strangled on the floor. Oh, oh, ain't coming home. They killed him when they opened up the door. Oh, oh, raising kids alone. He got killed in what? Oh, he got killed in what for? 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 So
Woo!
thank you all. Whew.
Yeah, Allison.
I'm still working at it. I'm still
Hey,
working.
it don't sound like it. Sounds like you spoke, and I felt that and appreciated that so much. That was
Yeah,
Oh,
awesome.
this
thank
is
you.
just
Yeah,
powerful, powerful, Edison. Wonderful, wonderful.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, it's one of those things that, you know, we keep watching all of this stuff happening over and over again. And it hurts. I
Yep.
mean, it just hurts.
Yep.
That's part of the issue that we're kind of really trying to say is that this stuff really hurts. It's not it's not something that you're just angry. Like I've learned, anger comes from unresolved sadness and pain and hurt. And that's kind of what's going on.
I mean, it's a lot of people, can't understand how people can be so angry over what's happening and how people are so emotional and crying and protesting and looting and everything. But it's imagine your child being shot and killed or strangled in front of your eyes. Millions of people have seen it, and still justice has not been served. It's
Mm,
it's the pain that has happened for us as people since slavery, and everybody knows it, everybody sees it, but justice just has never like it's I don't think people understand because they can't because they some people have never had that happen to them, but we as people of color understand the pain and the just being black is such a thing on its own that on top of it, we have this unfair world that we live in that's obviously unfair, and everybody sees it and nothing changes. I hope this
mm,
is finally that time that people are awaken to it. But I mean, it's been a long time coming, and we as a people, and I think finally as a nation, are not okay with it.
Mm. Well, the thing is, it's like we're joining the world community, in my opinion, because I remember Felipe and we were talking, and you were telling me about uh, uh, you were telling me about a politician or an activist down in Brazil who was she shot or was she killed? I
Yeah,
mean, can
yeah,
you tell us more about that?
yeah, of course. And for that, I just wanted you to bring this point that I saw Nicholas Payton said something that it was too strong for me, and I just want to point that, like he said that there's no such thing as an ally. I can be an ally for you guys until you guys say that I'm an ally for you, you know? Because at the ending of the day, when I take off my clothes of my work, I'm just a white people, I will never understand the issues, you know? And this is the kind of respect that I have to have, like I just have to be the have to have the perspective of a human being, and to be here for anything, you know. And this was too strong for me because I was all about, like, yeah, I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna say this, and I finally understood that I can't imagine what it is. I would never imagine, you know. And
I'm
I
sorry. Go
I
ahead.
I, I'm just here trying to have my best kind of attitude to be with the whole movement of the world, But as best I could do something, I always be a white person. I will never understand. I can't say like, oh, I understand how it is. I don't know, I see, like you guys are saying, But feeling real feeling, deep feeling about it is just being, And this is my deep respect for you guys. Like, I can even imagine what it would be for me in my life if I didn't have the historic American music in my life, the Black American music. So this is the first thing. I don't know what are your opinion, guys, about this, but um, it's just shot me very strongly. I was
Well,
really,
just to just
I
to
was,
respond to what you're saying,
mhm,
that's all we want to hear.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, honestly, the best thing that you said was, we're all human.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
human. And, you know,
And it would be perfect if everybody worked the best of their own to be a better human being,
mhm.
And
because this is the point that Nicholas brought that I was very, man, this Nicholas and Gregory Hutchinson said the same thing, like uh, it's not a matter of race, it's a matter of human being, like if everybody did do your best thing, working yourself, the world would be awesome. It's not about being black and but at the beginning, everything was really massive, and really messy, and people had a lot of problems with yourself as a human being, and this is why we are living this situation right now, because they don't work at themselves,
Mm.
they don't work at their hearts, they don't deny itself, you know so my only perspective of respect of it is that I kneel before you guys and say, here I am as a human being, I have a deep respect for you, that's it, like,
Mm. Mm.
and
appreciate that, man. And it's what you said is very important because I think that it does take people actually trying to be a good human being. We're not saying Black Lives Matter more than other lives. It's
yeah,
right now Black lives. Like we just want to feel human,
yeah,
feel like if we're killed in front of millions of people to
yeah,
see it by someone
yeah,
who's meant to serve and protect, then we want
yeah,
justice for that. And the fact that so many people are human
yeah,
beings. We're not. It's not like there's a you know dog that got hit by a car. It's
yeah,
humans are being murdered in front of your eyes, and
yeah,
the country is aware of that. The world is aware
yeah,
of that, and it's just going to
yeah,
take a different. You have your things that are important to you every day, your family, making money, what you're going to
yeah,
eat, caring about other people should be one of those things in some way for everybody. It's as important as eating.
Mm,
It should be something that
yeah,
every day, if we just spent a small
yeah,
not even forget a small portion, spend a good chunk of time doing, and that can be what you do in your for me, for us. I think that we're fortunate in that, shoot, most of what we
mm,
do is for other people. I don't do this music for myself. We do it
yeah,
to, so like all of what we do, but other people who aren't artists
yeah,
need to have that same sense of responsibility in some
mm.
yeah,
capacity. And they have the ability to. It's just now that they're actually researching and finding the tools, from educating themselves to reaching out to the Congress people. It's
yeah,
learning those skills that are very easy and applicable to their lives. It's that they're finally
yeah,
like, oh, I can do this. Yeah, yeah. We've been trying to do it for a long
yeah,
time alone and doing the best we can with what we have, but
yeah,
it takes a collective effort to
yeah.
recognize that and
So,
Yeah,
Mark,
the only thing that I'm sorry about is to have a death like George Floyd death to people just stand up. I wish people would stand up before that. Like
sure,
in the whole world.
exactly.
Because like here in Brazil, we have this situation. Was it 2 days ago, Edison?
Mm-hmm,
And was really deep stuff. In Brazil is the same thing because there was this woman that she's married with a politician from a
mm-hmm,
place, a government or something like that. And she had this housekeeper that brought his son to the work, something that is already wrong because we are in the middle of coronavirus. So you are putting some people at a risk of getting corona.
mm-hmm,
So the first mistake. Yeah, and then the second mistake was that she just make her housekeeper walk with her dog, and her child stay at the apartment, and she was just pissed off with the kid and just go with your mom and put the kid at the elevator and just put it in a number. It was the ninth floor of the building that didn't have any security. So
mm-hmm.
the kid he just dropped it from the ninth floor.
Oh my God.
And there was at the press the video of the elevator, the woman pressing nine, to the kid
Mm-hmm.
just going to the wrong floor, and he was like 4 or 5 years old,
Oh my goodness.
and he was black. The girl was black, his
Mm-hmm.
his mom.
Oh
So
my goodness.
people here are just like the same in the United States, happening a lot of stuff, and we aren't all enough of this, enough of injustice.
I've got to move to some music. I'm gonna
Yeah,
move to I'm gonna move to Mark. That was ooh, that's tough.
yeah,
yeah.
Oh goodness. I'm gonna move to Mark, and you're gonna share some stuff with us at
Sure.
this time. Go right ahead.
All right. So this song that I'm gonna do is called "What Would You Do." It's a song that I wrote maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It's on my album called "To the People," which was an album that I wrote in response to all the police brutality that was happening 4 or 5 years ago. Um, and when I was writing this song, I was angry. I, I'm a positive, joyful person, but I do have my moments. And I remember being in the car and just like banging the steering wheel, just screaming. It was just like this, like something took a hold of me, and I started writing, and the lyrics just came out. And Deacon Izzy, who's an amazing rapper, wrote a verse on this song that is chilling, and I'm gonna do my best to rap it. Um,
Mhm.
but this is my perspective of what would you do if you had nothing to lose and nothing to choose. You might be a little angry. So many people taught not to believe with the weight of the world. How can they achieve? Sensing our fear, displaying the pain. Walk a mile in their shoes with nobody to turn to. Think of what you'd go through. Nobody believes in you. What would you do with nothing to lose? So what would you do with nothing to choose? They were dealt the wrong hand, and everyone knows the path was paved that they never chose. It's all up to us. We can right this wrong. Walk a mile in their shoes. What would you do if you was me with nobody to turn to? Look around, do you see what I see? Think of what you'd go through if nobody believed in you. What would you do with nothing to lose? So what would you do with nothing to choose? I wish them a system that would listen, not dismiss them. I wish them a system that would listen, not dismiss them. Kick off your penny loafers. Take a walk in somebody's shoes that think it's over. Like if you're homeless, bare feet on the concrete. Can't stop and smell the roses, cause all you smell's defeat. Got kinda punny, but it's nothing funny, cause it ain't sweet. When where you eat, drink, and sleep resides in the streets. When violence is your enemy to gain peace. And popping on your enemies is how it be. When daddies is locked in penitentiary. Daddy's babies dealing with police brutality. Government cheese, cause mommy don't make salary. Calling on Jesus and think he turned his back. You see, it's hard when you don't have options. When you're losing hope, remember those who have nothing. Cause you've been blessed from the womb to the coffin. If you forget, ask yourself this often, what would you do with nothing to lose? So what would you nothing to choose? What would you do?
Whoa!
Woo!
Damn!
Yeah!
What would you do?
Yeah!
Whoa!
Come, hey,
Damn.
that's what I'm doing.
Man! What? I already knew that you were a badass at the piano, but man, your voice. What the fuck, man? Sorry, I had to say it.
Oh, man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that.
Man,
Yeah.
you're on fire, man. Mark. Woo!
Thanks.
Yeah,
So,
man.
like,
Beautiful.
so just for a second, can we just geek out as musicians?
Let's
I mean,
geek
just
out. Let's
we just need to geek out as musicians
that is acceptable.
because, like,
Where's the music?
like I want to know, like, how, like, I started with this whole thing as, you know, as a pianist first, believe it or not, and I started playing, you know, with so it's here. I started playing that and things like that. And then I wanted to just sing. And so my piano kind of went to the side a little bit. And when I play, you know, I'm actually kind of, I put my voice on autopilot because I got to concentrate on this stuff right here.
People don't know how thought goes into performing. It's a mind game.
It is. It is. Like, how I remember, Mark, you coming to me to learn to get some singing lessons.
Bolo. I remember you gave me the floor. I do those every day. Every time I do my bolos, I'm like, heck yeah, I can crack it.
Man.
And you know, it's like, so how did you all, like, Felipe, how did you come to the piano? Because your father, just everybody, his father is dope. Oh my God, he plays guitar, and he's just always amazing. And like, how did you come to like play piano and to do, like, you're ridiculous. Y'all go see in just a second. Go ahead.
No, but the the first thing that you are telling is the already the answer. Like my father, he's just ridiculous at the acoustic guitar, and I just
Hmm.
had to choose another instrument.
Same here.
So I would be, yeah, man, I would suffer all my life if I choose the same instrument. No, like I couldn't.
Yeah, my
Wow.
dad's a jazz singer too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, my
okay.
father was a before he turned into a doctor, he was a pianist and saxophonist. And so my brother used to say to me, I would be at the piano so much because I would literally like stroke it when he went. There were pianos in the malls. Well, y'all are too young for this, but in the past there was like in the malls there
I
were
know that.
pianos, and I would go when I was 2 or 3, and I would stroke on, be like, ooh, and I would go, I would just play on them, and so I would play on the piano all the time. And my brother, who's a guitarist and a singer also,
Hmm.
so he was like, I'm gonna play guitar because Allison just keeps hogging the damn piano.
Yeah.
Just sometimes we just gotta geek out as musicians. So just for sake of time, Felipe, I'm going to put you on, and I care not what it is you play, but you're gonna play something.
Yeah, I will play some Evalines for you guys. It's the best that I can do for you. Is to play music that has the letters. The lyrics are about a time here in Brazil that we had a very hard times with. We didn't have any choices. It was a dictator, uh, and he just wrote this song for this time. So I will play Começar de Novo for you guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Dang.
Oh my God,
See,
man.
I'm just a little angry because you did not sing for me, but that's okay. I will get over it. Y'all don't understand. I posted a video of you singing because it's beautiful. He has a beautiful, beautiful
Oh,
voice. He's really
I,
humble.
no,
And
no, it's man, it's too much humility. Like man,
ah,
you and Mark, you are just like I couldn't do it, you know.
Don't no.
I will
But
have to have you back. And the next time, I'm
Okay,
gonna make sure that you sing because
like
you're
in
really.
my defense, Mark had some lessons with you. I have to have some lessons with you too.
there you go. There you go. Well, I need piano lessons from you,
Good answer.
and then we'll be even. Man, your
Oh man, but I mean,
playing
just
is so beautiful, man.
the thing is, like, as a musician, like, I'm looking, like, as a pianist, just the way, like, one of the things that when I came to Brazil, I tell this story all the time. Like, when I came and I wanted to do O Cantador, and I started doing it, and you were like, nah, no, Allison, you don't know. And you were playing, you were like, ah, da, 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 ah, da, 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 da. And y'all sang that for me for 20 minutes. And they were just playing it over and over again. And it
and
literally, that time changed my musical life. That is no joke, no lie.
I remember
In this,
playing a bossa nova in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, at Jazz B. Pauline was playing. I forget the other guy's name. Jorge, I think. But it was the first time I'd ever played bossa nova with
okay.
Brazilian musicians in Brazil, and I was on a cloud for that entire just like felt like I was in this pocket of air that like I've never felt like man y'all's feel there in Brazil is just so light and delicate, man.
it's ridiculous, isn't it?
It is.
Man,
It's
but I have to say that I think they thought the same playing with you, Mark, because man, this so like Addison is saying that, but I think it's the recording that I really enjoy from El Cantador. It's Addison singing, you know. I
yep.
think she won even from Dorica in.
Oh, you so
I rather listen to like man Addison just she just got it, you know, the perfect vision.
And
I
Wonderful.
playing with Allison is a ton of fun too because she's so energetic
Yeah,
and vibey. Like it's like he's like
yeah.
you normally don't get to play with singers and feel the same way you do when you play with horn players, just because horn players interact in a different way that some vocalists sometimes don't. But Allison, you're like the best about a vocalist and the best things about a horn player in one. And it's like,
Oh
Yeah,
man, thank you.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
so
You're
nice.
absolutely right, man. There's no keys. There's no nothing. You know, she can sing any key. She can sing any tempo.
and
And if
Allison
you
is
have
real.
a and if you have a very cold audience, she just put it on fire, man. It's
I remember
unbelievable.
Oh god.
remember us playing at Duchem on U Street, and like when
Uh-huh.
the
Yes, yes.
power wasn't working one time, and we'd like wait for like a half hour, an hour after the gig was supposed to start
Yeah,
because he had to go to CVS to buy an
yeah.
extension cord, and you were you got on stage, and you were like, "Y'all, I'm tired. It's like we gonna do this show, but I'm tired." And you like my kids keep me up all night. I've been working like a dog all day. You just like went in for I was like almost in tears on stage.
Oh my god. Oh, I just thank you. I'm gonna take this out because it's been such a good time just being with you all. I'm gonna move on to this because one of the things is just the music is what brings us together
Yep.
through all of this. It's really the music. Music is what's gonna get us through. Music is what's music, art, conversation, love is what's going to allow us to get through this particular situation. I have had such an amazing time with both of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I'm going to do this last song. Normally, I do. We just had so much to talk about, but I'm going to go ahead and do this last song, and it's a song from my children's record actually, and the story is that a teacher that I used to work with did this Malcolm X pledge with her kids, and I thought it was so important that I wrote a song to it because what Felipe said is just what it's about. Marcus said this also. It's about being a human. And when you're working with kids, you're trying to teach them not just about music, you're trying to teach them about humanity. And that's what we need in this time. That's what it's all about. So this is called I Am a Human Being. I am a human being. I am strong, intelligent, loving. I am a descendant of eminent scholars, prophets, kings, and queens. I am humble, about to know man. I walk in peace, respecting everyone. I am a human being. That's who I am. Human. So da 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 so da 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 body better da da so da 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 me ya da 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 boy so da 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 I am a human being. I am strong, intelligent, loving. I am a descendant of eminent scholars, prophets, kings, and queens. I am humble, but bound to no man. I walk in peace, respecting everyone. I am a human being. That's who I am. Human. Oh, that's who I am. I am a human being. All right.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you all joined me today. Just for the people who stayed with us, again, 25% of whatever it is that you give goes to a Black females a charity here in Maryland that is supporting Black women who are trying to raise our next generation in teaching them and teaching themselves about self-care and programs that deal with social and emotional self-development and for their children. And so I really, really want to say that please do that. Please go and find Mark Meadows' information and Felipe Silveira's information. Both of them are on YouTube. I know that, Mark, you have a recording on Bandcamp because I heard it. It's all pretty and beautiful. Felipe, you can listen to it. What is it, Felipe, on open? What is it?
Open
Um,
Studio, Open
Open
Studio
Studio.
Network.
You can
Yeah.
listen to Felipe on Open Studio Network and learn all the ways that you can play. He has this wonderful way of teaching how to deal with piano and Brazilian music. And he even comes to the States occasionally, and maybe I'll get to play
Yeah.
with him when he comes to the States. And and is just a wonderful, wonderful artist. So thank you both for joining me.
No.
I really, really appreciate it. And
Oh,
during this time, thank you for your words. All right, everyone, we're going to say goodbye.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
goodbye, Alison. Peace.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye, Mark.